Oh, you know who I want to fight. You know who I'm waiting around for. I'm basically waiting around for Mike Tyson, so he has to really decide if he wants to fight or if he doesn't, because that's the only big fight out there after David Tua.
The American audience had never encountered such a wild blend as seen in Lennox Lewis. This character confidently took his seat on the throne of the heavyweight division. A chess player in both life and the ring. Arrogantly composed and haughty. His persona resonated strongly compared to previous troublemakers, the bad boys like Riddick Bowe, Mike Tyson, and Andrew Golota. America was unprepared for such a champion. Lennox was a stranger everywhere he went. However, Lewis himself was unfazed by this. He defeated Nzej, Tommy, and the great Holyfield.
Find out in 5 more seconds of fighting. They fought a lot better fight this time, and the fans appreciate it.
Lennox made America bow down before him. Audiences eagerly awaited his defeat. Who could overcome the British hegemon? The eternal question of the 1990s, who would win in the Lewis-Tyson bout? Many boxing experts believed Mike had a chance in the early rounds. But by 2000, Tyson's physical and mental condition raised significant doubts. It would have been a different story if Mike had been in his prime. Reviving the Iron Mike was impossible. But he could be replaced by another fighter. David Tua, a fearsome Samoan puncher and the #1 contender in the WBC and IBF rankings, held titles that belonged to Lewis. Tua, a younger version of Mike Tyson, remained America's only hope. The buzz surrounding Tua's persona rattled the usually composed Lennox.
Absolutely, because I realize he's got a terrific left hook. So obviously, I'll be watching out for that left hook. He's gonna have to surprise me with that right hand to really make me take note. But I never take anybody lightly. I realize that although he's got a left hook, he's also got a left uppercut and a right hand. But mostly, what I really don't want to get hit with is that left hook.
October 15, 2000. David and his trainer, Ronnie Shields, were confident in ultimate success. Lewis's chin raises many questions. I will test its durability on November 11th. Lewis has never fought fighters at David Tua's level. After the first round, Lennox will go to his corner and say, "This guy is stronger than me," said Ronnie Shields. Bookmakers struggled to determine a clear favorite. 4 months before the fight, the odds were 6-5 in favor of the reigning champion. The day before the match, they settled at 3-1 in favor of Lewis. The scenario was clear: David couldn't beat Lennox by decision. The hope of the American audience rested on the fearsome Samoan's devastating left hook. Tua's left hook was his primary weapon. Its effectiveness didn't diminish in the later rounds. In fights against Oleg Maskiv and Hasim Rahman, David was losing hopelessly, but both times, his explosive side punch saved him. Lennox was far more skilled than Hasim and Oleg. Yet, the possibility of a knockout added intrigue. Boxing specialists cited Lewis's fight against Shannon Briggs as an example. Shannon managed to land a left hook on Lewis early in the match but was later beaten and knocked out.
Lewis coming on here, just about doing everything that he wanted.
Tua's chin was considered iron. No professional opponent managed to knock him down. Only the great Felix Savon managed to knock out young David at the 1991 World Championships. Regardless of the outcome, Lennox was earning $8.5 million for the fight, while David earned $3.5 million, a record fee for his career. 12,000 spectators filled the Mandalay Bay Arena in Las Vegas, eagerly anticipating the showdown between the two best heavyweights of their time.
World title fighter Lewis there too, just mixing it up. Then I think Tua's in big trouble. Tua is dangerous. There goes the attempted left hook and he got it caught up in the right.
However, it became clear in the first round that only the champion's mistake would save David.
Well, he's doing the right thing. There's that low shot.
Lewis controlled the distance, keeping his opponent at bay, occasionally adding emphasis with his glove. David sought opportunities to attack, using feints and trying different approaches. In the latter part of the first round, some of his punches, thrown from a distance, hit their mark. However, Lennox easily absorbed the blows.
Bit of ropes that time to her. Missed with the left hook at the end of the to land at all.
But it's difficult for Lennox to get down that low. It's a difficult part of the body to aim for. And there's that good left hook which just start putting
It gets close enough to land it. There's
as well. Lewis can't afford to be too cocky.
very pro-Tua crowd. Big finish.
In the third round, the Samoan managed to reach the champion's face with a left hook. The impact landed with the soft part of the glove and posed no threat to Lewis.
From Tua. That could change.
He's not making too many mistakes, and Lennox said he keeps doing it.
From then on, there was only one fighter in the ring, the British champion, Lennox Lewis.
But he's trying hard.
Tua didn't crumble under the continuous attacks from the champion. He remained dangerous, but couldn't change the course of the fight.
And that's how to negate a left hook.
Telegraph the left hook, and Lewis makes him pay here with a whole series of punches in punches.
Several times, Lewis's right punches shook David. Tua's low chin, disciplined defense, and strong neck saved him from a knockout.
Oh, big left hook.
Back foot now, start to let him have the shot.
Getting close with it now. You don't want him to believe that he can get that close to you. Champion is starting to throw his right hand with much greater frequency here in this round. Tua pops him upstairs with his own right.
As long as there's not any water, they work on them in the limit.
Yeah, but it can be a distraction.
I don't think about these things.
Too classy, Lennox Lewis. And it's a shutout here. I think he might have won every round on every card. The third, possibly. It's like
Now Lennox backs into a corner on his own, and Tua leaves him alone. And Lennox steps right back away from it.
You got to establish the distance.
Fight publicity. When he looked at David and said, you know, you've only got one thing that can win right hand. It's all Lennox Lewis as we reach the end of the 11th round.
and it's a shutout here. I think he might have won every round on every card. The third possibly. It's late, very late. One last gamble from David Tua.
He lost. Lewis comfortably steered the match to a logical victory by unanimous decision, 119 to 109, 118 to 110, 117 to 111. The punch statistics indicated complete domination by the British champion, 300 accurate punches by Lewis compared to Tua's 110. Disheartened, David expressed his respect for the champion. He appeared bewildered at the press conference and uttered his famous phrase, "You can't beat him." David was wrong. 6 months later, Lewis's arrogance played a cruel trick on him. Hasim Rahman, as an underdog with odds of 20 to 1, knocked out the champion in the 5th round. In the rematch, Lewis settled the score and then fulfilled his dream by facing Mike Tyson. The Briton knocked out what little remained of Iron Mike. Lennox Lewis drew the final line for an era. The time of compact, powerful, stocky heavyweights came to an end. Tall, lanky fighters like the Klitschko brothers and Nikolai Valuev took their place. After the defeat, Tua remained at the top of the heavyweight division. The Samoan participated in a tournament of the top 4 fighters in the IBF rankings. He knocked out Daniel Nicholson but lost in the final to the slick southpaw, Chris Bird. David remained near the title for a long time but couldn't become a champion.